In a game like this against a good team like BYU, a lot of it goes back to playing a very good game. You had the offense had that turnover early, and then a lot of defensive penalties that kind of kept them on the field. How much did you see those penalties kind of playing a factor in this one tonight?
Against a great team like BYU, penalties play a huge role, and we have to be better. Just blatantly, we have to be better because as many times we could have been off the field and we ended up getting a 15-yard penalty or a targeting or just things that we can't have. And targeting calls are even going to affect us into next week, and we got to minimize all the penalties as a whole.
Dionté, Jared with the Daily News again. The game was kind of out of reach when you had that interception, but you still had that, returned it to the 3 and set up the touchdown. How important was it to continue to play where you guys, when things aren't going your way, but you still have that important conference stretch that you have to go into next week?
Oh yeah, that's one thing about us. Like when things aren't going our way, we go to the sideline. We tell each other like, just keep playing. You feel me? Keep playing. It's all gonna come. It's gonna come together. Even when we're down 30 points, we just got to keep the hopes high and keep the brotherhood together and just keep rolling and get ready for this conference play. We got to keep building.
Dionté, this is Matthew Hargrove from the College Heights Herald. What was the toughest thing about facing this lethal BYU offense?
The toughest thing, they had a great playbook and scheme. Honestly, they know they're good at what they run and they're gonna run what they run. So it was just tough stopping them. But we showed in the second half that we can do that. We just have to learn how to be better in the first half and just translate all that into the second half and then the whole game.
And did Coach Helton say anything to you guys about the penalties at halftime?
Yes, he did address the penalties, and he also addressed the penalties after the game. And teammates were addressing the penalties with the teammates. We have to hold each other accountable. We can't do that. We're jeopardizing everything we work for. We work to get to fourth down. We can't have a penalty. We just got to keep it rolling.
Come out and you put together a pretty good drive on your first possession of the game. After that, you're not really able to get things going in the first half. What was the toughest part about trying to get things going, and what did you see not working quite as well after that?
The penalties hurt us for sure. I mean, that's the obvious answer. As far as the offense goes, I felt like we were moving them up front. I don't think they were really expecting the hard count. I think we caught them off guard with that. I like the double teams. I thought we were getting a second level. This is tiny mistakes, especially when you play a team as talented as BYU. Penalties, not getting the second level, just run through, falling down, things like that. You can't. You play a team as talented as that, you can't give them opportunities like that. And as a team ourselves, points are not the easiest to come by right now, and things like penalties and missing blocks is killer. So as far as mistakes go, those were the ones that stick out to me as some serious ones.
Mason, Jared with the Daily News again. The last two games, it seems like you guys have been able to start getting your running backs going a little bit. What's been the biggest key in that, and what's it going to take to continue doing that and continue to get better at that as you guys head into an important conference stretch to close out the year?
The run blocking is a mindset. Goff always says that. It's a toughness deal. And I wouldn't say necessarily as an O-line we lost our identity, but I think I wouldn't even say it was lackadaisical. Just you got old experienced guys, that know what they're doing, and sometimes it just feels like, I don't know. I'm happy with how we're running the ball now. I feel like we're nasty. I feel like that front presented a big challenge. The nose tackle is very talented. The ends are both very heavy. The linebackers fit good. I was really proud of how we played up front as an O-line. The left side did an excellent job moving guys. I thought Jordan did a great job pulling. The mentality, I feel like we're not waning. I like where we're ramping up to. I feel like a lot of guys in the O-line are pissed. They want to move the ball. It's not really our MO, like you said, to not move the ball. So as far as that goes, I definitely think that the mindset continues to develop, and I'm excited for FAU. I like to see what we do here. So.
Mason, Matthew Hargrove here with the College Heights Herald. You mentioned that points are hard to come by right now. What do you think is the biggest struggle on offense?
Like I said earlier, it's little mistakes. The thing about offense is you got to have all the guys on the same page at the same time. With defense, maybe one guy falls out of position, another guy comes downhill and makes the play. We got to be on the same page as an offense. I really like the way Piggy's progressing as far as the mesh with the O-line. But I really think as a whole, we got to make sure we're on the same page. Everyone's attacking the same general mission. I think that's the biggest thing that I see is just making sure that when the offensive line's doing the right thing, the receiver's doing the right thing, when the receivers doing the right thing, the offensive line's hitting their guys. It just feels like sometimes you got guys making little mistakes. It costs 4 or 5 yards, which seems like a small deal, but those add up. So more cohesion, more execution. I don't think we played. I don't know if we played a perfect game yet. I don't know if you can play a perfect game, but just more cohesive. I just want to unload our repertoire on someone to just let loose. So, like I said, I'm excited for FAU.
Mason Jared with the Daily News here. I know you guys aren't where you are wanting to be in terms of your record this year, but with an important conference stretch coming up, where would you say the confidence or the mindset is with the guys in the locker room?
You're always going to have, maybe you'd like to say like, oh, some doubt or whatever when you're in this position. I don't feel that. I feel confident. I really do. I feel confident in the locker room. I was just in there. You don't see a lot of guys hanging their head. A lot of guys are, mad. No one likes to lose, me included. But you don't see a lot of guys hanging their heads. Guys want to play. I think we're hungry for a win. We're pissed off. Like I said, just the offense is looking to just unleash on somebody. I think a lot of the, Malone and those guys are hungry for sacks and to really work an offense. And, my confidence is high as far as sorry, my mask. My confidence is high as far as down this stretch. I like where the guys' minds are at. I feel like we're locked in. Most of the guys' eyes in there are locked in, focused. So we'll see. I'm ready for this week of practice for sure.